Oh, that's fun. In the news feed, it says a plume of smoke has been seen rising from the Israeli port city of Haifa. Fun. Israeli media initial reports indicate missile impacts in Tel Aviv, the Negev Desert, and Haifa. Fun. So much fun. As you can see, we've moved up quite a bit. So yeah, we are currently in an upward. Yo, Skrilla Scott. Morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning. How are you?
I woke up with some blocked nasal passages, so I decided not to go to the gym just in case I couldn't get full breath in. But now my nostrils are, I'm all cleared up, so I'm thinking.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Victory!
Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and...
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's here with me! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Money, money, money!
I'm gonna come. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Because we're going to turn it around and we're going to start winning again. We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with health care and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win so much.
Buddy, we should be good. That should sound hot, crisp. Hit me with a 555. If you can hear my voice, no matter where you're at, especially here on Twitter, we got about 184 people watching right now. We just got going here on Twitter, so if you guys can hear me, there's like 3 different chats. I'm trying to figure out which one of these chats here for Twitter is going to be the best thing to use. What's up here on Discord? If you guys can hear me, see my screen, hit me with a 555. Let me get Camtasia running because I do again want to record this live stream. I'm going to be over the weekend taking some of the best events, not just the trades, but you know, some of this trading psychology and the things that we talk about in live stream. You know, a lot of the pre-trade analysis and what happened after the analysis is going on. I'm gonna be releasing a lot of that over the weekend in addition to the live streams here. But again, I'm trying to get sound confirmation. If you guys can hear me, 555, what's up? Now, before we get going, everybody in the Discord, free access and no free access, depending on where you're at, make sure you get the server tag, TRIL, next to your name. Welcome one, welcome all. Let's go ahead and jump into the charts. I can't confirm this. I've been looking to see if I can find the article. Maybe one of you guys got the article. But it seemed like Trump postponed his decision. You know, they gave him 2 weeks to figure out what he's gonna do. Looks like they postponed that decision, maybe extended that timeline, and we saw some relief out of the market. My only issue before I get going into today is that we're looking at the mother of all gap ups. Market was down prior, but it doesn't look like it's too much of a gap up. In theory, in my opinion, it is a gap up, but we'll get into that here in a second. Now, that being said,
sorry to interrupt you. Washington Post. Europeans make bid for diplomacy as Trump delays decision on bombing Iran.
There you go. So that's that's it, right? So that we're gonna have positive relief here. Now let's go ahead and get to these charts. So I don't have the PDA rate of bounce for internal draw, right? So theoretically, this is still your internal draw here, but we swept that low. So I'm looking at this as a dominant range on the daily between this low and that high. This is your daily charts liquidity sweep. Still in the uptrend, so we're going to target it and be bullish with 22,323, which is the old IRL. Going to the 1 hour chart, I can't help it but to be bullish. Here's that daily liquidity area. 1 hour chart, wicking below it, confirming liquidity. To confirm it even more, market structure shifted upside. I'm bullish. Okay. Upside targets intraday 22,084. This high here. Next high 22,135, and above that, this high, which is a bunch of twos, 22,222, which is I like that number, and of course the daily target. So again, taking this low, shifting structure, you actually respecting order flow. There is a fair value gap here that price did respect, so that's going to make this level here your leg of expansion. All right, and when we have a leg of expansion, we can find our LAF framework. Here's my issue with the LAF framework right now. We have not pulled back, and we're still in expansion. Let me say this again. We are still in expansion, meaning the bus has left the station. You guys listen to me? So that being said, we have to wait for this 1 hour chart to pull back. And again, where do we want it to pull back? If you take a fib here, you want it to pull back to that 50% area, which is in this area of this fair value gap. So again, price is extending, so I'm more than likely going to sit on my hands coming into the market open. Going to a 5-minute chart here. As in terms of LAF, where we're going to pull back to, this right here is going to be my alpha zone, because again, this is the bigger range. price breaks out here, right? Price pulls back here, right? So this is going to be my alpha B. Thanks for more. So this is my alpha B here on the 5. So if price is to pull back, I want that alpha B taken. Let's go over here, back to the 1 hour chart and look at that fair value gap. That same area of the alpha B is your 1 hour internal draw. Okay. So I'm not going to be saying I want to just short the market coming in the open, but I definitely want to see this area tagged. Like, if this could happen, this will be a huge rally. This would make a huge rally, and it will set an opening drive short, which will allow us to get a long to target whatever high this is in that high, right? Because right now I have no alpha C up top. I have no major framework. All I have is a pullback theory, right? So coming into the day as a trader, I like to see particular things happen before I get involved in the market, and this is what I want. I want to see liquidation. So going back to the 5-minute chart, what's that look like? So my alpha B is my main draw. We're higher extended. I don't want to go long, you know, off of this crazy extension up here. That wouldn't be smart for me. So I'm going to be waiting for pullback. So again, coming into the day, what's our plan? Lower to go higher. We want to price a sweep 21,963 and then target 22,084 and 22,135. Screenshot this. This is my main plan of today. Everybody got that? All right. This is plan 1. We're free access Friday right now. You know, I'm streaming in multiple places. I'm streaming all over the place. So I'm not, and these days I just focus on streaming my trades, okay? Streaming my analysis. So I'm not typing out everything. So screenshot this, keep this for yourself, and we'll move on to the next one. Next plan would be price to continue to extend. If this happens, I don't have a trade. Price continues to extend and then pulls back. In this extension here, we should get some type of PD array. If this happens, we should get some type of LAF and then move back to this PD array. We'll be looking to buy long out of this PD array on the extension, right? So I'm bullish either way. I just want price to pull back before I go long. Also, we're going to be talking about macros and macro timing today. I mean, on Wednesday. I'm so sorry. On Sunday, we're doing macro timing. Part of that macro timing is understanding that gap up days, or days where we move in the previous sessions very heavy. Oftentimes in the AM New York session, we can't see chop and we can't see the later macros. The original plan aligns with the later macro theory, meaning that if price decides to pull back, that gives us some time, probably about an hour for price to either consolidate and pull back. And then in the later macros, what I mean by later macros, anything after the 1050 macro. So 1050, 1110, 1120, 1140, 1150, 1210. You can even inch it up to 1020, 1040. But anything after that 1020 to 1040 macro, those setups are going to be more high probability than what we see at the open because of the movement from overnight. If that makes sense to you, hit me with a 555. You understand what I'm looking at and why I'm looking at it? Hit me with a 888. If you are confused, hit me with a 777. The same thing goes to you, Twitter. I'm talking to my Discord. My Discord is responding to me. There's 251 of you guys in here now. I hope you guys are well. And also, with that being said, this Sunday, 8 o'clock, we're going to be going over macro timing, kill zone sessions, and we're going to talk about expansion, retracement, and consolidation. Another foundational course inside of the LPS program. Again, this LPS course that I'm building, if you watch the first 2 lessons, you already see how informative and how smooth and cleanly everything is laid out. I literally plan to make this the best course you can, the only course you can watch. Watch the course in 3 days and start trading the next day. That's the goal of the course. So again, we'll be picking up with that this Sunday, 8 p.m. It will be gold only. However, if you didn't catch the free lesson, it's on my YouTube. You can go check it out there. LPS lesson 2. All right. What else I gotta say to you guys? Pretty good week yesterday. I'll post a trade here. Believe it or not, yesterday was very clean. Yesterday was like a dream come true, a dream come true kind of clean. It was just a textbook, obvious setup. So again, very green on the week. Anybody else got any questions for me? Frank, make sure you get that server tag. If you're all good, ready to rock and roll, hit me with 999. Current time
Let's
is
go.
9:21. That means we're about 9 minutes from open. Now, I want to take a time to somewhat go over something here in mentorship, right? You guys want to take 5 minutes to go over this with me? All right, let's go. Hit me with a 333 if you want to take. All right, cool. Let's do this. We're going to stop sharing for 1 second everywhere, right? Everywhere it's going to get stopped sharing. All right. Let me open this up. Hold on. 1 second, everybody. All right. Why can't I see it here? Okay. Okay, so Twitter should be able to see it now. Let's see Discord. I lost it. I can't do this. Give me 1 second. What happened? My bad. I feel like an old man now. Give me a second. I can't get this to open, man. It's a PDF. Okay, I got it now. Now I lost my Discord. I got a lot of screens. I got a lot of real estate, okay? I lose shit off. Alright, can everybody see this? Let's try to zoom in. Can I zoom in? How can I zoom? Zoom? Okay. Everybody see this? Hit me with 888 if you see this. Now this is to motivate you. This is to get you to follow the plan. If you see a Word document that says 150K risk-based trading progression plan, hit me with a 888. Twitter, hit me with a 888 if you see this. Let's see what I got going on here. I can't tell if Twitter's seeing it. Okay, so if you see this, this is pretty much all you need. This was created with me uploading a lot of the results from evals, funded accounts, my trading journal through AI based off my statistics. Okay, and my statistics are going to put you right now, you know, this market, I did draw back on my win rate a little bit, so I'm at a 65% win rate on average with the 1-2 RR. There's a lot of plays that I take that'll win the 5, win the 7, win the 8, but win the 2 RR. At maximum, I will risk 40 points on NQ. I'm just going to be honest with you. And this is why we grade certain setups in certain ways. We grade them with A+, B+, and C+, depending on what the market's giving us, depending on where the low of the leg is, right, from the inversion gap. If you don't know what that is, as you watch the course, you will learn, okay? So this is a plan for you to take 150K and take it all the way to 100K in playouts. If you look to the left here, I'm not sure if you can see my mouse, Trade 1 is going to tell you, Trade 1 is going to give you generated, because again, I can't just come in here and say every play 20 points. I can't come in here and say every play you made 20 points, every play you risked 30 points. So it's going to give you, based off my statistics and my live executions, on average, what you're going to see and what you're going to play, okay? So it's going to grade it, set up B2C, and that's going to be grade off our Trill framework with the LPS framework, right? And then it's going to tell you how many points that you risk with this particular play. So look at the first one's 13, the second one's 27, 25, 27, 34. I'm usually in that 13 to 25 point range. You're gonna see a lot of them in that area. It's gonna tell you how many contracts. On the B2C setup, we recommend on a 150K account, you use 1.5 or 15 macros, all right? On an A+ setup, on a 150K account, use the full 3 minis or 30 macros. If you're trading live with the 150 count, you can use the full area. But if you look here, 15 cons, based off the risk parameters here, you won, you hit it at target, 780, right? This particular play, A+ setup, 27 points, you had the full risk on, you took a full $1,600 loss. It would have put you at the negative 1620 threshold. However, you got a $4,500 trailing drawdown. Losses are accepted in this particular process, right? So with the wins and losses I make on average, if you're gold, you're going to get a copy of this. This is the plan you will need to take it all the way to 100K payout in around 280 trades. Around 280 trades to up to 100K payout. But the thing is, you have to follow the process completely, and that means you're going to miss out on certain moves and certain things that happen in the market because they do not align with the process. While you're waiting for the process to align, there will be other people trading random things and doing this and doing that and going from here, going to there. Then they're going to make money on those things. Good for them. Because if my A+ process ain't here, I don't care. And that's what I need you guys to understand. You have to ride with the system. Even when it fails, you have to ride with the system and just stick to it and do less. This plan is based off you trading 1 to 2 times per day. And if you don't see anything there, you just don't trade, right? And we're getting close to market open. Let me get these charts back on the screen. When we die down today, we will get back over into planning, right? So here is my screen here.
From 22,057 shot straight to 22,089. So that was, wow, that was a conservative. That was like
y'all see my screen
in one move. Jesus, that was crazy.
If you guys can see my screen, hit me with 444.
Yeah, we see it.
All right, cool. I got straight expansion. You see this straight up? I'm not chasing that.
No,
you can have
I
that.
have had to move my I have had to adjust my fib range about, this is my 5th time this morning. So yeah, straight up expansion, I do not want any part of that. We've literally got less than 45 seconds till the bell. So let's be patient. Let's have our macros drawn out, and let's wait for our A+ setups, because
which will probably happen in the later in macros.
Yeah, it could be looking towards the 950 macro or the 1020 macro.
Now again, guys, we did take this liquidity area, this inversion here. All right, it's going to give you a potential play back to Alpha B. Alpha B downside target is going to be, again, lure to go higher from the AM session, 963. Let's see if it will give it to you. Wicking this area off 20. It is a bullish environment. So again, I would size down. I'm not going to take the short if it gives it, because I am bullish. I'm going to wait for the sweep. Didn't even give it to you. Bounced off the 20, bounced out the order block. Wicking. This is a sweep. Let's see what happens here. Very aggressively bullish price action. Swept this low. I'm not going to chase it. But guys, I'm solid. This week's solid, man. This market going to beg me to get in. Bubba Charts, welcome to the team, bro. I'm going to get you set up this weekend.
This is too far. This is too far extended for me. Even if price keeps going, there hasn't been any kind of real way to get in unless you got in during the chop, starting at around 855. Or you would have had to been awake at 4:45 in the morning, and then you could have gotten into this long. That was your entry. But we were sleeping, you know what I mean?
Hey, we just chill, bro. Ross, what's up? See you in the crowd. Yeah, what's going on? Willcast, what's up? Guys, I'm trying to put everybody into focus groups. That way everybody has accountability partners. Again, I'm talking to my Discord. You know, Twitter. What's up, Twitter?
Oh, what's going on, Twitter? Oh, what's going on, Twitter?
Yeah, they can hear you, man. I just opened up the stream.
I don't know.
Slight lag, though.
Welcome to Free Access Fridays.
We don't call it Funded Fridays now.
It's feeling like it's starting to feel like the old Morning Momentum pieces.
Nah, this is better.
Price keeps driving higher. We got the SQs in a bearish pattern to just get some. Actually, ES is starting to sell. There really aren't any SMTs at the highs with ES, but there are SMTs at around 6037 area on ES. So the market might want to take it down after all this expansion, which, you know, rationally would be a very healthy thing for it to do. To keep going one direction means that something's up. So again, there's no entry yet. There's no nothing. So let's just all, you know, follow our rules. Don't part one of my rules is don't trade during chop. Another one of my rules is don't move my stop losses. I literally have them written out on a sheet of paper on the wall above my computer, above my monitors.
I'm over here grubbing, man. Wife brought me my breakfast until. So far, we getting some chop, boys and gals. Boys and gals. I ain't trying to get chopped up. Again, guys, Sunday. Why do I keep calling Sunday Wednesday? Sunday, 8 p.m. We live. Gold team. Be sure to spread the word. Looks like we are going to continue to go higher, which is insane. Got no entry. Let it go.
You want to know what's funny? I have a full standard deviation of this range that's sitting above all-time highs. I think that's, not funny, but I don't. Yo, we might do it today, especially with the. We might, especially with.
Brayman, throw me chart. I got it on a 1 minute. Not
hold
5
off. We could do it today. We're only a couple 100 points off.
All-time highs.
Yeah. Like, that's out. Wow. I'm gonna put my 1 hour chart in the chat for you guys.
So ugly. Chart. Not your chart, just in general, the daily chart is consolidating. The price moving higher right now, man. My question to you is, if you don't have a framework or a setup, what you doing trading? I'm gonna chill.
There you go. This is my 1 hour chart. Really not that far away from it. But there's no setup to get in on this long at all.
Probably going to have to wait to the PM session. Guys, again, I can't stream the PM session. It's Friday. Pancake Friday. I'm out of here. Just gotta wait, man. I'm over here stuffing my face too.
Yo, facts. I'm gonna grab my food too, but before I do that, I just want to say again, just like absolutely solid week. Even sitting here, waiting for the you know, for the lowest risk entry, like even that's part of following your plan. You dig what I'm saying? So like. You know how they say sometimes like cash is the best position? Well, guess what? Right now, cash is the best position because we haven't been presented an opportunity to get into anything long or short. I would want this thing to retest at least 22,029 before thinking about having an OGE to go long.
Yep.
And if it breaks below that, then that would, you know, honestly, that would and we get continuation selling, that would give me an optimal trade entry to get short. But none of these things are happening as we just keep expanding. So.
Yep. And Vay's talking about is so true. On top of that, we are expanding, right? This is the expansion leg higher. Like I said before, the bus has left the station. It's going to its target, which in my opinion right now is 22,134. There's no entry here because I ain't buying up here. I know I'm gonna look at a 1 minute chart to get in, but from an hour basis, if price gonna go here and I'm buying here and re-extend it, I'm doing myself a disservice on any pullback that happens. So if you're long, maybe you just got long at open off this pullback into this imbalance. Mind you, opening price was here, and we have only moved from here, which is 22,074 to 22,118. So we do have a smaller move up, but the majority of the move up that you're going to see on CNBC, on TV, on news websites are going to concise from lows down here, and it's going to make you feel like you have FOMO. What I'm trying to bring you down to earth and say, you haven't missed much. You really have not. And you're missing sometimes parts of these moves is a part of the game, but the more important thing is, out of the move that's being presented to you, how much of that move aligns with what you do in trading plan wise. Because again, I just showed you prior to the stream, the objective for a lot of people, you know, I'm working with some newer people. I did bring in some newer people into the gold mentorship. So I did bring in about 5 new people. So I'm going to be working with newer, brand new individuals. The one thing I really want to show them is your objective, which is, you know, everybody's objective once they get profitable is to make their first 100K in trading payouts or live trading gains, however you want to call it, is 100K. I can get to 100K within a certain amount of trades, but I have to follow a process to get to that 100K. If I just buy here, where's the process at? You know what I mean? So I'd rather you just sit it out than for you to not let Trill work for you. You have to let Trill work for you. Without that, you're in trouble. Now, price is going to my target. This is what I call like a drifting day, a trending day. And again, like I told you, in the later macros, we'll probably get an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, also,
Anything after 1020.
according to Trill, we're waiting for a raid on liquidity and the next macro.
Yeah, we haven't even generated liquidity. This thing is just expanding. So, see you later. And by the way, this is yesterday's setup I took and I framed it. I'm telling you, yesterday was so clean. Yesterday was so clean. I had to frame the setup and make it a pamphlet. Look at it. Look at what I just uploaded. So clean. I put this on my Twitter feed so the Twitter can see it. But take that out, save that, and that's what I'm looking for.
Yo, I'm saving this.
Day in and day out.
I'm saving this.
That combined with framework. Because Trill without framework, you're going to get 60%. But Trill with framework, you're going to get about 70, 75%. In a good market. In the bad market, you'd be about 65%. A bad market is a consolidating market.
That was such an
So what do you
amazing
do?
entry yesterday. Oh my god.
So let's ask everybody this question while we're here. What do you guys do in between setups? Comment your favorite thing to do. And it gotta be PG-13, okay? Don't nobody comment nothing crazy. What's your favorite thing to do in between setups as you're waiting? Go ahead and comment. Twitter to included. What's your favorite thing to do in between setups?
Joe Cat says, "Hey job."
Drink coffee. Study how the market's moving. Daydream about. Okay, Brightman, you doing too much. But I see where you're coming. Fortnite. Come on, everybody comment. If you have nothing, just type nothing. Work.
I mean,
Orange Bootleg, great. Glad to see you back. Hope you well. Haven't talked. Honestly, Orange Bootleg, I would love for you to request a one-on-one so I can spend some time with you and get you properly set up. Listen to my wife. Wow. My wife would get on here and tell you I wish she would listen. Surf? Okay. I can't surf for shit. I'll get destroyed. I will get destroyed. Well, Orange, I would love, I get like, and I'm not coming at anybody any type of way. Right now, price is extending, so let's give a brief update on price. This is the 1 minute chart. Let's go up to the 1 hour chart. Again, our situation that we're dealing with currently. Let me just stop here. Is that we're in a 1 hour expansion leg. And in this 1 hour expansion leg, we have not completed it. How do you know when 1 hour expansion leg is completed? When price starts to pull back inside of that leg, okay? Now I'm giving out some sauce from a very holistic point of view right now. When it starts to pull back, this expansion becomes the main range that we work. We really want to see price pull back into that halfway point. And as price is pulling back on this expansion leg, we will see our LAF framework. So you can theoretically just say, without a 1 hour completed expansion, I don't have a LAF framework, so therefore I do not have an edge. Does that make sense to people? And this is why I'm sitting cash. When this starts to happen, I will start to frame out stuff. So in this current standpoint, I'm doing nothing, okay? Now going back to what I was saying in terms of students and mentorship, again, we're starting to pull back. So we can take a look at the 5 minutes, see if we can get some framework, but where would you go, all right? Like, let's clean this up. We could leave this here as in terms of fib areas here, right? So here's your actual range here. This is the 618, this is the 50%. So for me, this is an hour busy, right? When I stream, I draw everything out, and when I draw everything out, my screen gets a little cluttered, right? So when we're looking at LAF, right, because we got expansion leg here identified, right? This is a zone right here. This is a prime zone. I haven't named it yet. Like I said before, that's a break. This is a break here. This is the pullback, because price breaks structure higher, so it confirms that pullback. So this 618 area, the exact area of the 618 is an alpha B. That for me, that's strong. All right, but you can even take it higher because again, here's another zone. This is the break. That's your retracement. And the break of structure up confirms that as alpha B. So I got two key areas that can be alpha B. Okay. So I prefer to see price come down into the 618 and get that alpha B. But we'll see. But I'll mark them both off, right? So here are my two main draws of liquidity right now. All right. Draw one, it's going to be this low. We're going to call that alpha B. And then draw two, which is going to be a little bit higher. This is going to be another alpha B. How do you know which one to use? That's going to depend on what price does. Price comes into here on a 5-minute. And once we sweep this area becomes my main draw of liquidity, my main target. That's the lower to go higher target right there. People should pay attention to this. All right. So how do you know which one to use? It depends on what the price does, right? These are relatively close to each other, so I would assume it sweeps both. But if this swept and then price turned around and inverted this, I'm using that. All right. If price doesn't invert, pulls back into a fair value gap, then goes lower, then inverts, then I'm using that one. All right. So it depends on which one of these gets taken. But since we do have some type of pullback now, you can now target these two areas for a short play. I would size down on those particular short plays because, again, it's going against my trend and what I want to happen, but we're super extended, and now price is getting below the 20, all right? So now we're starting to see some interesting stuff happen here. This, theoretically, is your 1-minute breaker. Again, I told you I wasn't fan about the short here, and I'm outside of macro. All right, here's my macro 50 to 10. If you don't understand macros, this Sunday at 8 p.m. we'll be live again and talk about them, break them all down. But you got a breaker. We retested that breaker outside of macro. So these are all signs that we are likely to reverse. Look at how clean this low is right here. So on a short-term time frame, I'm looking for price to do this. Am I interested in playing that? I'm not really interested in playing that. That's a clean setup, but I would grade this as a C setup because I don't have the 5-minute framework. You see, the 5-minute framework combined with the 1-minute setup provides ultimate opportunity, ultimate clarity. It provides the ability to me to size up with confidence. But when you take one of those components away, it doesn't drastically drop my win rate, but it eliminates my clarity. And without that clarity, I don't want to size up. That makes sense to everybody. Hit me with a 222. So I would still take something like this, but I would size down on it. And then, you know, the trader inside of me would say, well, if I'm not willing to bet the house on the play, why would I even take the play? You know, I might as well just wait for the real play to line up and bet the house on the play, make the money, walk away, right? So if this makes sense to you, hit me with a 333. I like the GIF you got going on in the chat room, Vader.
That's what I do in between setups.
Oh.
Possible short setting up here.
On the bigger picture, this is going to set up for the LAF higher. Remember, we want to pull back, go higher. Later macros. About 356 people here on Twitter. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's well. If this is your first time coming to see us, check us out at juicytrades.net. Hope everybody's well. Just did some analysis. I can see your comment with Trisha posted. There's 3 different chats on this in comments. I'm not using the comment bubble, guys. Let's get in the habit of using the main flowing chat. Hope everybody's good. The price is definitely starting its retraction. How you hide drawings? Okay. Okay, expansion leg's about to be over. So let's see what it does.
ES is also selling.
You also had a small gap here, a small inversion gap here. But again, outside of macro, I wouldn't execute it on it. You hit your liquidity target 1. We're in a downside cycle, so let's see what it does here. I would expect it to continue to go lower. I want it to go downside to 21,993, 21,993.
That's funny. I got 994. We also got some chop developing, so
Taking this area here. So let's see right here. Let's go over to a 5-minute chart. See, I don't like using ranges like this. This is technically a range, right? I don't like them when it's so tight like that. This would be the break. This would be the A leg. This would be the pullback leg. And that'll make this the alpha C. So it's an unclean alpha C. So let's see what we get in terms of setup wise here. We're in the macro here. We got our first liquidity sweep. Let's see what they would like to do. I prefer it to go lower. So right now we'll wait, because I do prefer it to go lower. Be super extended. Give me more of a drop back than that. If I was to play this, how would I get in? I would get in with this gap, but this is a wide gap. Not too much that it's a wide gap, which it is a wide gap. But it's all right, if I got in here, right? It breaks out. I'm streaming, so I gotta explain everything. If it breaks out and comes back in, then I got long here inside this macro. Look at how much I'm risking. You know, I don't like that. Such a low number. Because again, we're starting to do what I call a golden sweep. When you wick back into the range, effectively taking people out. Let's see a 15-minute chart. Anything below this? Nothing too much below it, just a low. Just gonna have to wait. Let something develop. Let it develop. Let it come to you. You say 026. Why are you using this number, Brightman? Brightman, explain your thesis with charts, brother. Or are you like in the position where you can't? Let's see what. Notice how we're pausing at this wick.
yeah, we're just chopping here.
All right, Rowan lines in. There's so much liquidity that the market created. When it does it, it pumps to take all the shorts very fast. The market will go higher from here. Major liquidity pool is very low. $21.36. Well, it's pretty much that same area. It's this high here that Roaring Lion's referring to. Yep. The only thing is, you know, why couldn't this expansion move happen during market hours? You know, Trump, please, next time, please save the tweet for market hours. Can somebody send him that message? King X from Juicy Trade says, please, from now on, refrain from tweeting outside of market hours. We really appreciate it if you only tweeted inside of market hours.
Love truly the degenerate traders of NASDAQ futures.
P.S. We would love you even more if you gave us a 1 hour notice before a Trump tweet within these particular time windows.
Thank you very much. Now join our.
Yeah, shit. And then watch some answers. He's like, I got you.
Then they're like, here, we'll give you free gold access.
Iran tweet. And if I had Trump in here, bro, we'd all be billionaires, bro. I would definitely control this account. Could you imagine? We're going to war with everybody. 2 minutes later, April Fools. the volatility that this guy could cause just from tweeting. Imagine a wrong tweet being sent out. Imagine a wrong word being said on his thing, on his because he tweets on Truth Social, and then copy and pastes it and put it on X. All right, looking like we are gonna go lower. We're bearish here. Well, we want price to go lower to go higher. My two downside targets are here. Is anybody short in any capacity at all?
Nah, no actual entry for me.
Yeah, same here, man. I'm not trying to give back any of my profits. I'm really trying to keep my money in my pocket.
I keep looking for, when the new candle opens, open below where the previous candle closed, and I'm not getting that open below. I'm getting that open like in the middle. I don't like that. If we break VWAP, I would love that very much. VWAP currently 22,016. Now, break of VWAP would suggest that we would hit that 994. And knowing me, I would probably take that for either a scalp or maybe even like an entire 30 seconds trade to the downside. I don't like to stay in my trades long.
Again, I want remember the 618 is going to be at that 962. That's the area I wanted to sweep. So again, now we got an hour chart and a pullback. Yep.
Also about to get a new 15-minute candle. Oh wait, no, sorry. No, yeah, we are. Wow.
Just gotta wait, man. Remember yesterday we was talking about being a trading monk?
Mm-hmm.
Trading is waiting.
Waiting is trading.
Waiting is trading. There's Alien trading monks over here. You must wait, my friend. Like, what's his name? Yoda?
Wait, you must.
Yeah.
Trade
Yep.
fast, you should not.
He actually sound like
Leave
he should
emotions
hide.
out, or revenge trade you will.
You like Star Wars, huh?
Dude, I love Star Wars.
This is a footprint chart, by the way, everybody that's watching my screen.
From my fiance and I, we just went through the whole sequel trilogy over the last 3 days. Yeah.
I wish Marvel and Star Wars would come together and create something.
I mean, they're both owned by Disney. I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen. They would have to do it in like it would specifically have to be like Deadpool and somehow like tearing a wall through a universe and then entering the Star Wars universe, and it would have to be something like that. It could be done.
Let's talk about it later. All right, coming back up on the 200. Watching this sweep, guys. Price did move nicely, though. I just didn't have an entry. I did have an entry, but both entries happened outside of my macro. You had this inversion, which is a smaller one. I did like the breaker here.
I took that. There's a breaker above.
So you took the breaker short?
Yeah. Well, no, I took
Good
the
job.
IFE, the gap short, but there was a breaker up there, and we swept the hourly high, and we came down, and I cut all that TP at your orange line.
Nice. Good to hear your voice, Skrilla.
Good job, Scott.
Thanks, man. I'm actually
I
done
think
for the day.
it's high.
Huh?
No, I was just telling Pace. I think it's a high chance. But yo, keep going. You think you're done, Skrilla?
I think I'm done. Yeah, I trade copied that for at least 45 points or so.
That's my boy right there.
Good stuff, brother.
Thanks, fam.
Skrilla, I hope you enjoy your weekend, man. That's a beautiful way to send off into Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
It's called the high note.
you leave on the high note, the George Costanza high note.
You know,
yeah.
What's the guy? What was this guy? Was it Scarface? Who said "Get out while you're still on top"? It was this Italian guy. It's so true. You know, you gotta get out while you're on top. That's how you. Let's apply that to trading. Let me make that into a trading.
Yeah, don't give.
Get out while you
money
drink.
And if you try to force a trade, you will get clapped.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a 50% chance of it happening. It's like, nah, you force a trade, you're gonna get clapped.
You know why I think people always force trades? I think it's two reasons. One, social media. 3 reasons. 1, social media, right? Lambo, people trading, doing whatever. 2, what you see other people doing, and then, you know, they say the comparison is the thief of joy, right? And then number 3 is, like, we kind of went over a trading plan. Like, how do you plan to make, how much money do you want to make trading? How do you plan to achieve that? Realistically, how can you make that much money trading, and how many trades will it take you to get there? Does anybody know the answer to those questions? Because if you know the answer to those questions, you would stick to a process and say, I just need 5 more. I just need 20 more. I just need 2 more. And for me to force a trade when I'm having a good week is just pure idiocy. It's just you just being crazy. Why would you force a trade if you know all 3 of those things? Why? You know why? Because price moves from here to there. And then you're gonna play the guru game. Well, this guy on Twitter, Bob, he got short right here, and Bob shorted it all the way down, and he sold it right there, and you didn't do anything, so I'm gonna go watch Bob.
Wow, that didn't sound like you for a second. That's for real.
But that's what people do, and then they go watch Bob for a month, and then they pop back up over here.
Like, oh,
It's funny. I was just like, how was
they
Bob?
found out Bob paper trading.
No, they just found out. I don't know. They just found out it doesn't work for them. Realistically, no trading strategy has 100% win rate, and no, in my opinion, no successful trading strategy in a course of 365 trading days, or in year, however, 252 trading days, will you get 252 trades each that traded every day. He says my white voice is on point.
It kind of is, yeah.
Oh, y'all funny, bro.
It's like, oh, hey, John, how are you doing today? You gathered around the water cooler. Like, oh, did you hear about the... Oh, this might be what I'm looking for. We break that 240 EMA. Oh, I might like this.
Breaking in 200 too. And again, the main reason I'm still cash is that when we gap up like this, I let the dust settle. I just do. This is what I do. This time you got a nice short. Let's see what they do here. Sweeping one of my liquidity targets now.
ES.
Didn't have
ES is being sold. Sorry.
I didn't have an A+ setup to get to the short. All right, come on. Let's take this low. Come on. Don't do this wiki stuff. Get the low.
Let's see, that's exactly why I'm looking for it to break below that and then open below it.
Purchase your tracks today.
All right, we got liquidity target one prices pulling back. I did not have an A+ entry.
I do like that we have shifted structure on the 15-minute chart.
All right, well, let's see. Here comes the true test right now. Clean move down. Anybody short anything? And everybody cash? What we got going on? Pacino, he was the one that said it. You got to get out while you're on top. All right, 1020 to 1040 macro. If you guys remember, what are the three functions of that macro? Mind you, we got the 618 coming up.
Yo,
Anybody know?
this thing just invalidated my entry. Like, I was about to, honestly, like, my setup was there, and then it just went ahead and invalidated my entry.
Still got, what, 2 minutes left in this macro? Oh, this 2-minute chart.
We
Oh,
got-
this macro's over.
We got in a
You got a
minute.
sweep.
In my opinion, it's got a bunch of liquidity to raid down around 21,746.
Oh, man. Let's see. Let's wait.
I had a feeling that that down candle at the beginning of the macro was the entry, but I didn't see enough of what I needed to see, so I wasn't just gonna take it. You know what I mean?
I feel you, bro.
Run, ladies. Would I send this picture to my pastor? Because my wife has shown me pictures of some of you on Instagram, and you should be ashamed of yourself. It's like, oh, well, we read, didn't you see in the asterisk there in the bottom of page 37,000? It says here, women are to act modestly unless they're by water or on a boat. And then they're allowed to dress like the Proverbs 5 woman. Ask yourself, ladies, every picture of yourself, ask yourself, would I send this to Pastor Josh's phone? And if you wouldn't, don't post it online for 1 million men to ogle at. By and large, men lust with their eyes and women seduce with their bodies. God has a word to say for men who watch pornography. and God has a word to say for women who act out the pornography or dress like they'd like to. We got to get a handle on this issue of seduction in the life of the woman. If you wouldn't send me...
Hell. I'm still cash, guys. And honestly, man, listen, it could drop. It could drop, and I wouldn't care because it's not doing what I want it to do. I only want to trade it when it does what I want it to do. That way I can refrain to the statistics and probabilities of my trading plan. Now, we got a bearish move, but like I said, there was only 2 entries, and both entries happened outside of macro. Yep. It's got to wait. It's got to wait. Also, you got to gap up. So, yeah, you're going to retrace before you do anything. Skip. Steve Banks. Make sure you guys get the server tag. Everybody get the server tag. You rolling with us, get the server tag. Here's how you get the server tag, everybody. I just posted it in the chat we're using. Everybody get the server tag.
Dude, this thing was about to give me another entry, and then it said, "Nah, Vader, chill." You know, exactly like what X was saying. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna force my entry, or am I gonna wait till the market gives me exactly what I want to see? That way, I can take the trades that I know, you know, the trades that have built my my win rate. I'm gonna wait and take the trades that have built my win rate into something ridiculous.
So I'm gonna be running focus groups inside of mentorship that everybody here. Let's pay something to pay attention to. You can only earn your way into a focus group. You guys watch the potential reversal that's starting to happen now. Inside this focus group, you earn it by showing up to mentorship, sharing charts, watching lessons, stuff like that, right? Like if you're serious, right? We're gonna try to do a weekend meeting about the previous weeks and discuss strengths, weaknesses, trades that work, trades that didn't work. Again, like I showed you the trading plan. After the LPS course is done, it's all for everybody that's here. We're just focusing on execution. And in that execution phase, it's all about you shooting points and adjusting, shooting at the market and adjusting with low size or on paper. So again, I'm tagging certain peoples in the mentorship chat. Make sure you add each other so that I can put you guys in focus groups. I'm only putting people who are serious about it, who are going to show up and put in the work. Not the people who just watch a lesson and say, hey, I should be profitable after 10 minutes. All right, we got an Alpha B being swept. We got another one below. If price can get above this inversion without taking this low, has to get above this gap. Meaning price does this without taking the low, I'll look for a retracement higher. I'll look for continuation higher. If price continues lower, I will look for that exact same thing at this low.
A little less than 5 minutes till the next macro.
Yep, and that's the market structure shift macro. Seems like all the puzzle pieces starting to come together. Just gonna wait. Just gonna wait. We are just gonna. I'm just gonna wait.
It looks like it wants to build up that trill setup. You can do it.
And now my thing is this overlays with a lot of my drawings from the lower time frames will overlay in the higher time frames. So when I come here, it looks kind of crazy. I actually want them to come take this alpha B here and get this 15-minute and 1 hour gap. So come on, let's get it. Waiting on the macro. In this 20 to 40 time period, we do see market structure shifts. No, come get it. Don't you do that. 21,963. Come get the 963, man. Nah, they want to play sussy, huh? We got no news today, guys. No news. All right, here comes the macro. Looks like they're going to accept this first one, this zone, this A, this B. Wicking it here, golden sweeps on the 5.
That's like 3 times that.
Right here to the macro. I will take this if we invert. Has to invert though, has to invert. If it doesn't invert, I don't want it. See what they want to do as we enter the macro. 19. Let's go, let's go. Said wait for the 20 to 40 macro and beyond.
Here we go. We're in the macro.
Watch and see what price does. So far I'm flat. Market hasn't given me what I wanted. I need the market to give me what I want. Well, I ain't gonna trade at all. Just saying, that's just me. That's just my theory. That's my theory's called no setup, no trade, baby. Now from here, I would, again, we're getting some sweeps. I would like confirmation price to get above, retest, and then that's going to be our target. All right, so this is the 15 minute. I mean, this is the 1 minute. I want to go back to the 15. I would have preferred it to take this low. If you take this low here on the, sorry, the 1 hour, you would have had this imbalance right here. Technically both of these, because this is open, this is still totally an imbalance, both together. Let's see. If then that.
Yeah.
Another interesting fact, where
Chopping.
where they have it chopping is point of control, actually.
I wanted to see buying pick up here, but that just tells me because buying's not picking up, it may continue to go lower. These are footprint charts. Consolidation. But after consolidation comes expansion. Yeah. Still haven't executed. I won't execute without my A+. Now we start to close below alpha B. It takes it all off the table. In fact, I would walk away and come back on the PM session. Oh, there's the alpha B sweep. This is 618. So let's see what they do here.
I took it. I'm short.
I mean, 200 at 921.
Next target to the downside, 21,906. I like the shifted structure on the 15. SQQQ is getting bought. There we go.
Absolute insane.
There we go.
Dumpers. Congrats to anybody that's in it. Good job. Good job, Vader.
There we go. Target 1 incoming. Since we're so close to target 1, I'm taking everything off. That's $390. 2 contracts. Let me get a 222 if you took that with me. If you got runners, you're gonna get paid. You got a long. You got a very good probability of it heading down to 21,859. We break that, you have a very good probability of it coming down to 21,723. What do I know? I just have an 82% win rate. No, I'm sorry about that. Who took the trade with me? Seriously, who took that? Y'all got paid.
Yep, right, man. Totally, I'm in agreement with you. Flat.
Oh, you missed it? Yeah, no, so the reason I took it is that we broke that 618 and held it. The next candle just started dropping, and I had SQQQ up on the other screen, and SQs was getting bought, and so I was like, oh, great, that means, you know, for me, that means NQ is gonna get sold, and that's exactly what happened. That was, you know, that was me applying my strategy inside of the Trill framework.
Good stuff, brother, man.
Thank you. Yeah, Bright Man. It would be crazy. Navi took that short, got a runner going. Do yourself a favor and adjust your stop to a trailing stop, so you something, all the profits you can get. Good job, Navi. That's exactly what I was waiting for, X. That right there was exactly what I was waiting for.
Hey, brother, good stuff, man.
Thank you. He says if we respect the 1 hour Sibby, this market may drop the rest of the day. That's a good possibility.
Oh man, y'all can still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my mistake. Sorry. So I'm flat on the day, man. I'm flat, and I'm okay with that. Let's see. Good question. Where do we go from here?
I don't know. It looks like 15 minute we're sitting right at short-term relative equal highs. So they might try to invert it here, honestly. Pace says, would this be considered a union play on the 15-minute chart?
Unicorn.
Oh, sorry, unicorn.
I don't see a unicorn. Because a breaker is not. This is straight up. A breaker will have to retrace all of this. This box that I have highlighted, this 15-minute chart, is actually the breaker. Price would need to get below that and then do this, and that would give you a breaker block set up. Oh man, let's see what we do. Just waiting right now. Again, I wasn't going to trade until honestly the 1050 macro either way. Gap up protocol.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which way this thing's gonna go.
Like, this is a good song for trading. Where do we go? So far, we're waiting to see which way we're gonna go from here. No executions for me. Just couldn't get my A+.
Purchase your tracks.
Let's see, man. Let's see. Still got a couple minutes left in the macro. Oh man, watching price. Anybody got any questions for me? If it traced back into an FFG in the breaker, or am I looking at this wrong? For a bullish move. Are you watching the 15? Hey Paige, do me a favor, throw a chart of what you're looking at. That way I can just see instead of trying to eyeball what I think you're talking about. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm waiting for this macro to be over though. I don't wanna miss anything. Let's see here. Let's wait.
Purchase your track today.
Gonna have to let it simmer down, bright man. So we just chilling here. I'm waiting, man. Yeah, this whole Iran situation is crazy. The whole world watching. Just gotta wait on my perfect setup. Alex, if you can come up now. Hey, busy earning. That's a long time, man. Be sure to reach back out to me so I can get you going. We're getting in more into the hangout sessions of this area here. Still no executions. Call me a perfectionist, but I need certain things to happen.
Morning, people.
What up, Alex? How are you?
Here, man. Just watching price. I'm flat all day. Nothing.
Me too. Now,
nothing to get in.
Just be careful. There's 400 people watching me. They can hear everything you're saying.
No. I'm just gonna be here watching price.
Vibe
not all.
Positive, chilling. Okay. To everybody watching me on Twitter, there's been no execution so far. We had a major gap up and then a big sell-off here. My issue with it, and we said we can move back into Alpha B. We wanted price to go lower, to go higher. We had two setups. This setup one was the breaker. But for me, It didn't match my checklist. One thing was off. We were not inside the macro. And still not inside the macro because the macro starts at 950. So this is the 950 macro. You also have the inversion gap here, smaller gap. But neither one of these gave me an entry. Now I have 5-minute framework. And the way I'm looking at this is, this gave me a dominant range. I want to see price sweep this low, then reverse. If that doesn't happen, I'm gonna call it a day. Green on the week. I don't want to walk away crazy. In fact, the only loss I really took was in Wednesday's PM session. I took 2 losses in the FMOC event, and I took 1 trade where I broke even at. So still a solid green week here when you include yesterday's trade. So again, I want to protect my capital. Give me an A+ setup or nothing at all.
All right, fam. I'm gonna just take off. I'm gonna take off. I hope you catch something.
Oh, I will. Don't worry about it.
I believe it.
You know me.
I do know you, and I know the rest of our Discord. If there's a good setup, it's gonna happen. Actually, it looks like a potential inversion might start building up inside the macro. But again, that's just a tape read.
Have a great weekend, Vader. I think I'm gonna be out here soon too. X, I did like that short at the top because we swept one set of 1 hour highs, then we went and got another set of hourly highs, and then it had an order block there. So when we came down, that's why I took a little bit, and we had huge volume. I wonder what your delta showed.
Give me a time on the candle. Let's go. This candle will be 9:45. So all right. Hold on. Watch chart.
Just interesting to see.
I took a long here, guys. Small long.
Yeah, look at that delta.
Negative 815.
Yep. And then it just kind of broke.
And then it's the continuation. 815, 85. This one came in slight positive, but the candle didn't move anywhere. This was a fight. 275, 1.7K. Right?
Yeah.
So this is the 1 minute. I like the 5 minute to read it better because it's just 1 minute got a lot of stuff going on. 5 minute accumulates it better. So let's look at it here. 945, 964, 304, 5. Yep. So again, clean selling coming in.
Yeah.
So I mean, good trade, brother. Phenomenal trade. Alex, good luck, and happy for you, brother.
Thanks, fam. Trade copier worked out super nice today.
Nice, brother. Trade copier. There we go. That's your edge right there.
Yeah,
bro.
that's my edge. You don't need to go smacking hard. 100-point plays. You can get those 20, 30-point consistent plays with trade copier on
Even
10 accounts or so. You make $200. You're good.
even do the 100-point play, just leave a runner on. That way you can say you caught it. You know what I'm saying? Leave and take the rest out.
Right?
Yeah.
They just got me out.
Alex, man, we streaming.
Come
man.
on. They got me out, man. It's so funny. Let it stay low more.
I would wait for this low to be swept. Let's see what happens. So this is where I'm at right now. If they sweep this low and invert, I'll take my first play because this is a dominant range inside of the alpha. So here comes the sweep attempt. If they don't sweep it and they sell it off, it's too low for me to trade it. So therefore, I'm going to stay out of it. Now look at how they took this low and starting to give you a golden sweep. But now my only issue is that, again, with these moving averages, we're in a bearish environment. So in order for me to take a trade, there's a checklist of things that need to happen. Price can do whatever the fuck it wants to do. But if it's not doing what I want it to do, I'm just going to sit out of it. Now this is a golden sweep, but the MAs isn't there. So I'm gonna grade this as a B setup because I don't have, and I'm outside of macro. Now it's a C setup. So let's see what happens here in the next macro. This could be my last macro here, the 50 to 10. Does it matter? Let me ask you guys, does it matter to you that I'm sitting out of price without a setup and price is moving? If that affects you, I don't know what to tell people. Like, the only way I'm going to succeed and get the same results that I backtest is if I trade in the same way. It's just easier because in backtesting, I can hit fast forward to the next day and have another day right in front of me. Real time trading, I got to sit here. It looks like I'm not going to get it and price is going to go lower. So I might just sit it out. If we start to get below 885 at all, that's a done deal for me. I'm going to pack it up and we'll get up out of here. It's been a phenomenal week. Phenomenal week, guys. I know some people capitalized on the short. Good job to you. Happy for you. Me personally, I'm going to walk away with my profits in my pocket. Enjoy my weekend. Outside of macro, I will watch the next macro, but that's it for me. We got price run up, retraced, and we'll see what we do.
Quad witching today was too.
Nah, it's still very bearish. This is the manipulation leg, so we'll see. Again, like I said, I'm trying to bet the house on the cleanest play. I ain't trying to bet the house on nothing. On nothing not super clean. Hold on. Baby, you okay? Vladimir, I do. It has to stay above 21,855. If it stays above 21,855 and inverts here, I'll be looking to go long, guys. Hold on, guys. Okay. Just want to pull it back up on a holistic picture. Taking out everything. Yeah, it's over. It's done deal for me, guys. I was looking for the bounce, couldn't get it. Look for one direction only. Didn't want to switch up. I've only had. Hold on, can you guys hold on 1 second? I was trying to get it. Now we swept this particular low, so therefore I'm not going to execute on it. So that puts me in like a gray area for now. Anybody got any questions for now? Phenomenal week. Kelvin, LA Kelvin, what's going on, brother? Hold on one second. I'm back, guys. Kelvin, if you're talking, I cannot hear you. My bad. Anybody got any questions, guys? It's a solid week for me. Focus groups. You guys got to let me get through the LPS mentorship, and then we'll be doing it. But if I put you in a focus group, make sure everybody has all of their trades together. Phenomenal week. I had framework to the upside today. Price proved me wrong, but I didn't execute. Again, me personally, I'm going to stay out of markets I know I have no edge in. Anybody got any questions? Can you guys hear me? Kelvin's asking, can anybody hear him? I can't hear Kelvin. If you guys can hear me, hit me with 444 as a confirmation metric. All right, Kelvin, they can hear me. They can't hear you. What's up, Tom and Price? Tom and Price, get that trill next to your name, brother. Everybody in here, get trill next to your name. We can't hear we cannot hear Kelvin, but they can hear me. Kelvin, if you can hear me, try to leave and then come back. So far, everybody here, let me get G's and R's on the day. G's and R's on the day and F's. We should get a lot of F's today because I didn't budge. We got one more macro left. It's 50 to 10 macro. After this 50 to 10 macro, it's over.
Hey team, have a great weekend. I'm done.
Good week, Scott.
Yeah, it was an amazing week. We crushed it again.
It's gotta be smart with plays, man. That's it.
Yeah, you know what? Why risk another play when I'm sitting nice on Green Day and going into a weekend? You don't want to be the one thinking that you just gave away all your profits for a trade trying to be greedy. So I'm going to shut it down.
You don't want to be that guy.
No. And we don't see anything. I don't see anything like super fire A+ right now. I mean, I'm sure it's there. If you get it, I'm happy for you, but there's a lot of things here. So on that, I'll hit you up later. Have a great great day, team. Great weekend. Have a good one, Twitter. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, I can hear you now, Kelvin. Are you trying to come in now?
Okay, cool.
Skrilla, have a good one, man. Appreciate you and everything you do, man. You be good.
You too, man. Have a great weekend. Take care, Kelvin. Take care, guys.
They're going for the gap field. See you later, Skrilla. They're going for the gap field, man.
Yeah, they possibly can.
Yeah, they're going for it.
You sure?
And dude, I knew they was going short today. I short right back. I'm up 70 points now. I've got a 300 point on. I'm
good
going
stuff,
for the gap field. Yeah. They're holding it. Got my first 200 pointer, man, in about 2 weeks, dude. I ain't seen 200 pointer.
A lot of that's because the VIX contracted down. When that VIX was at like 40, and you know, his NASDAQ was all over the place. Now the VIX is back to 20, which is still high. You know, back in the day, everybody had a heart attack if the VIX got to 20. But you know, now in these lower ranges, it's harder to get those bigger expansion plays because the market ain't giving. Yeah. I was actually looking for a bounce. We got a market structure shift, so that completely changes me off. I didn't trade at all, though. You know what I mean? I couldn't get the framework for a bounce. Nah, I stayed flat.
Oh man, all right. Look,
all good, solid week though.
I got them from pre-market high, brother. I've been holding.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so this is the gap. Let's see where we go. Hold up. I am joined by my 2-year-old, as you
Yeah.
guys can hear.
I'm going for that 747. I'm gonna print my 300 point. Now we're gonna print a 200 point. I'm printing the 300. I think the 300 is gonna hit. I'm at 290, 286 right now. Man, today is a good day. What a way to end the Friday.
All right, I got the N-Dog on the chart. And that's your gap fill. Anyway, like I said, the only entry I would have had would have been, like, we called the short entry, but it was outside of my macro and I couldn't get it. From there, we just continued to sink. You know, I'm looking at everything in hindsight. This was a potential play, but even this, I didn't have a sweep. So I wouldn't have liked it. I wouldn't have liked it either way, right? So the market's objective is to come back and fill this N-Dog. Again, I'm flat again without perfect setup in my trading. Bearish environment from my moving averages. It was going to stay flat until we could find something. Now the 1 hour difference now is that the 1 hour chart. Sorry about that. Going back to the 1 hour. 1 hour chart has now shifted, and what I believe is going to happen now, I don't believe price is going to go straight back into it. Now this is going to set us up for a PM session move. So in the PM session, or from here on out, this 1 hour candle closes at 11, right? So this is going to possibly form this breaker. So this is me adapting and switching up my bias. 1 hour breaker. So this can become your 1 hour breaker. So if I go down to a 15-minute chart, I don't have anything present in terms of liquidity, like a nice high or anything. So I'm just going to wait, go into this 1 minute chart. Let's see what price decides to go inside of this 1 hour breaker to continue lower if it doesn't just drop into the low, into the gap. So what I'm saying is either price is going to shoot and fill this gap now, not give me an entry, or price will retrace. And again, I find value in the retracement, take out one of these highs and then go lower to fill that gap. All right, so one of these two things is about to happen. This one, scenario 2, gives me more of an entry metric versus this. But right now, I stayed flat. I'm just going to look back and reflect on my weekly P&L and be happy about what I did on the week, and allow this market to continue to go lower for now. Bearish environment. We was in a bullish environment until 10:23. That's when we really flipped bearish.
What Trump do, man?
Yeah, so
Trump
besides-
must have did something.
No, overnight, they gave him, well, he put out that he was going to give 2 weeks for a decision if we were going to get involved. And apparently he postponed, because last night I was just saying to myself, why is, I got back, coming back home looking at the market, like, why is the market up so much, right? And then news came out that he postponed that decision. So that looks like peace, not peace, but a step towards peace in the Middle East.
Yeah.
And that's what we all want, and that's what the market wants, peace in the Middle
Yes.
East. We should somehow quote that, peace in the Middle East.
That was from and back in when we did peace in the, when the Iran crisis went up, when they took the peace in the Middle East was a slogan they had. My mom used to say that all the time, peace to the Middle East. And that was somebody, one of the presidents that said that before.
Yeah, it flows.
It flows.
Yeah, so I mean, congrats, brother, on the short. I'm about to be heading out of here soon. I got a couple things I have to handle either way.
Yeah, I'm almost punching that 200, 300 pointer, so I'm good. I'm going for the gap fill.
Also, with this leg down, this is going to give you a bearish LAF. So let's go ahead and try to work on that right
What's
now.
the LAF? X.
LAF is my framework. Inside of Inside of every expansion leg on the 1 hour chart, you get a sequence of events that draws out liquidity.
Okay.
I have to show it to you. Yeah.
Okay.
It's my concept. I created it based off stuff that I know. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to nobody's gonna be able to YouTube it, nothing like that. You know what I mean?
All right, dude. So I hit my goals for the day. I'm good. Got this one trade running. Let's see what we're gonna deliver. Just got to run on. I'm already done for the day.
Let me see how big this breaker is.
But good discipline next. No setup.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, it's harder to sit through it, especially when it goes against your plan. But like, nobody's right 100% of the time. You know what I mean? Like nobody's right on the direction 100% of the time. For some people, there say, "Hey, I was looking for the new day opening gap, but I could pull up a chart." The last time we had a new day opening gap, it's still unfilled.
Yeah, we got about.
It's still down there.
Next,
I don't want to readjust my chart.
We got about 5 of them down there, dude.
Yeah, so exactly. So in that environment, I'm thinking, looking at structure and framework, we can still go higher. But again, we've got this 1 hour breaker. We about to retrace into that 1 hour breaker. So let's see what they do. I'm expecting them to come back into the, let's call it the 21,898 level, and then they sell it off from there. They get that liquidity. But me personally, it's Friday. I got a hard cutoff day. I got me and the wife doing some things. So I'm about to be getting out of here in a couple minutes here.
Yep, same here. But I want to come and check in with you guys and say hi. I'm done for the day. I'm best job in the world. Hit them and leave them alone. Gone. Done for the day.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. That's gonna be it for me. I might step away. I didn't execute today. Ending the week green, ending all together the week green, and everything just solid, man, across the board. Everybody. Anybody need anything? Feel free to reach out to me. I will not be here for the PM session. I would expect this gap to be filled by the end of the PM session. If anybody has any questions, again, feel free to reach out. Besides that, I want to say thank you guys for your support. If you guys need anything, just reach out, and I will be on standby for those focus groups. So I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys Sunday night for the lesson. We're doing macro timing, expansion, and consolidation. Sunday night, 8 p.m. All right. So I'll see you guys then. Besides that, I'm out. Be easy.
God bless you, brother. Have a great weekend, okay?
Same to you, family.